Welcome back, boys and girls. Once again, going to be walking off this time versus Agilitas. Walking off going to be on the left-hand side of the screen. Alongside me today is Kret. And after today's games, walking off looking for the 3-0 here, Kret.
Yeah, walk it off or it's the dream, man. They're gonna ban out Habois. Don't want to give that to Agilitas, and honestly, at this point, I just don't think they like playing against it. And it's gonna be Rom taken off the table for Agilitas. They saw what Mox did last game, and they're weary of that one too.
Osiris banned out as well. Shout out to Zindan on that one. But Osiris very strong in his own right. That's going to be banned by Walk It Off. And now it's back to Agilitas. And what are they going to choose for the last ban? What are they going to leave available on the table? Is Aphrodite going to get through? That's a question.
So this matchup, if Walk It Off wins, they're going to be going for 3-0 the Dream. Otherwise, Agilitas is going to go for the 2-1. They don't particularly want to end up 1-2, which would probably put them in a tie for second or in that third position, depending on how Heroes and Zeros plays. Either way, this is a very important match for both teams going forward in the standings, and it's going to be Mercury taken off the table for walking off. Such respect to iRapper.
It really is. I mean, we keep saying such respect to iRapper, but look at the 3 games that Walk It Off have been involved in today. They've refused to let iRapper have it, either by banning it away from him or by taking it themselves, like Frostiag did last time. So it's over to Walk It Off now. What are they going to first pick? And Zhong is being hovered over here. Not surprising.
I'm telling you, it's just like when a region doesn't play the counter pick for a certain character, that character is just going to run free. Eventually, someone will pull out the Nemesis, and it's just going to be Divine Judgment, murder the Zhongqi. And there are certainly good reasons for the European region not preferring Nemesis. They just don't really like that kind of jungler, and she's a little bit slow to get started. That said, it does leave Zhongqi as a very powerful pick. Agilitas will grab Thor and Athena to try and do something against that. First of all, Athena just to block off the Athena-Zhong combination that has been so strong today. Thor is a very strong jungler, a lot of options, and something that you could really see Zindan play well.
Well, at the moment, QP was being hovered over there by Sayo. I don't think that's going to be picked so early, if it is going to be picked at all. But Walk It Off right now. Going to hover over Ra for locked in, as well as Artemis. And with that Thor pick as well, it does instigate that we probably won't see a Circuit again coming out from Zindan this time around.
Yeah, I mean, Athena solo is a thing. Well, it's not really a thing. Athena solo is possible. Thor support is possible. But they would have to really create a weird composition to do that circuit in the jungle. Geb will be banned away, and that's going to mean that Frezzy's onto a lower tier support. But Kumbhakarna is available, Sobek's available, and we saw a very strong Ymir last game. That said, I think it's specifically a Ymir-Rom combination that they're looking for with that, and I'm not sure they're going to do it without that Rom.
I think it's about the game plan that they've got going into the game, really, more than anything else, to really pull out the Ymir in that strategy. So I agree, maybe we won't see Rom, but Ymir, but right now Agilitas' turn to pick, and Aphrodite being banned away. So what are we going to see coming out from Agilitas for the solo lane and the mid? Because that's what we're really looking for here.
Yeah, and we are looking for another mage from Walk It Off, either mid or solo. And so Anubis. Nope, not going to be the Anubis hover. Instead, they're going to lock in Loki. Anubis is actually a decent pick against Raw. It's a counter pick that we've seen NQ do a few times.
Yep.
But you know, Loki just is a little bit of a safer bet, and in that solo lane, he will be able to find free farm all game long, and then transitioned into a late game assassin and split pusher. Walk It Off on the other side. They've got to hover on Circuit. Are they going to play the new god in the jungle? They do have jungle pick available, and the question is, does iRapper really want to try it?
It's interesting. I mean, they're hovering over Ymir as well now as their other pick in this. So Ymir, we saw last game, Frezzy did a great job on it, and if he goes for it again, okay, see if they can do the same sort of thing. But it's not going to be Circuit here. They are switching out the very last second. We're going to see Thanatos once again today over in
Thanatos.
Yeah, Thanatos once again going to try and make the early game happen, and it was Agilitas who had a really tough time with it against Extra Secret. So iRapper is probably saying something like, I can play Thanatos, and it seems like they can't deal with it, so let's give it a shot. And I honestly like Thanatos into a Thor matchup. They're very similar characters where their 3 deals damage to people near them, and their 1 is a skill shot that deals really high damage. Except Thanatos' 3 wins over Thor's, because it's a silence. It interrupts the Berserker Barrage, and, you know, we generally expect Thanatos to have slightly stronger auto attack. So overall, I want to give this matchup in the early game to Raffer for sure, and the question is, will he just be able to get his team far enough ahead?
That's true. And I mean, the other thing as well is if Thanatos does fall behind at the beginning, I feel like Thor plays better from behind as well than a Thanatos does.
Yeah, he definitely does because he's able to really transition into more of the support initiator role. But that said, the Thanatos players make it work in late game. He still can be scary if he's able to single someone out. And speaking of singling someone out, Loki is there on Agilitas. We mentioned it before, but can Loki kill Artemis? Can Comfrey kill Moex? Is going to be a big question in this late game.
It'll be interesting to see. So Walk It Off versus Agilitas. Guys, if Walk It Off win this, they will go top of the group after week 1, going 3-0 if they win this one. If Agilitas win this, these two teams will be tied at 2-1 apiece with 1 game to go between the other 2 teams as well. We'll see. We've got a 3-way tie going into week 2. It is EU. Anything's possible. But right now, we'll be right back once these guys have loaded in and we're underway. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the penultimate game of this second week of the play-ins. The round-robin stages week 1 are underway. Walk It Off versus Agilitas on your screen right now. As you see Walk It Off on the right-hand side doing an early evade for the speed buff. Rafa going to be playing that Thanatos. Frezzy on Ymir. Going to see Sayo playing Raw in the solo lane. Fexes mid on Jean-Kui. And finally Moex is going to be ringing up the team with Artemis as the hunter. But they got spotted out on the early invade by Agilitas.
Yeah, Agilitas mostly sitting under the tower for all the games so far. It's Ataraxia on your Hunter role. Apollo, no Heavy Hammer this time. Pretty Primal being playing mid lane Vulcan. Kanye Life on that support. Athena Zindern on your jungle Thor. And Confrey on your solo lane Loki.
Really good note to make about that Heavy Hammer not being picked up here. Do you reckon it's only against a ROM he's been building this one, do you reckon? Is that his game plan?
No, because the last game that we didn't quite get to see, he didn't have a heavy hammer either. That was against Geb.
That's true indeed. Now they're going to invade at the speed buff once again and Walk It Off. You can see Confrey going for the mid camps at the start of this one to make sure it's worthwhile so he actually gets some experience. But Zendon hanging around here looking for a play, not going to find it overall. Speed buff goes over to Rafa, but the rotation from Prime and Confrey, they're waiting, going to find a nice meatball onto Fexes. Not going to follow up with that turret though. What's going on here? They're just really looking at each other, trying to make sure they can protect their own blue here, correct, by the looks of it.
Yeah, so I was going to take a bit of damage from Zindern, but it's not going to be a huge problem. That said, there is a big cost for that invade. Yes, it puts Zindern behind and it puts Raffer ahead, but Fexes is very far behind and Pretty Prime is very far ahead. Level 2 versus level 1, whereas iRaffer is still level 1. He's just clearing the blue now.
Or is he trying to be
on
cheeky?
left-hand side, yeah.
Trying to be cheeky and take it away once again in the jungle. Not today, says Prime, as he rotates back. And because of that lead like you were talking about, he's been able to, you know, rotate back to his jungle there after pushing out the wave and managing to deal with it with the turret, make sure he can't steal that one away. And we're going to see a blue buff actually going over to the right side, to the top half team this time round now, as Zindan's going to take away this blue buff, hit level 2 along with Comfrey, who's approaching level 3.
Yeah, nice play going there. But... You know, overall, I like the aggression in the right-hand jungle that Speed Buff steals really good. I just feel like they gave up a lot in their mid lane, and Jean-Kui probably would have had a pretty good matchup, but Pretty Prime will get ganked here into the Glacial Spikes. Nice backfire to get out of it, but he's still going to take about 100 damage, which will be immediately returned to Fexes thanks to that Magma Bomb. And Frezzy's still just wandering around in the jungle. He really wants his red buff. His hog should be online by now, but the dual lane has showed up, and he's about to be in a really bad spot.
Frost Breath on Prime, nice damage onto him too, trying to land the autos, but the taunt comes down. Prime's getting very low here. The auto's trying to land from Frezzy. Meatball goes out as well as Fexes pushes in middle lane. You can see Rafa floating around middle right now as well, and Frezzy survives again, delays people, and still equal level with Kanye, so it's still working out. Right hand side, Comfrey getting a little bit low there.
Yeah, Confrey's having a little bit of trouble up against Sayo, and a lot of that is just Loki is not particularly good against Ra in lane as Sayo's able to heal his creeps, and Loki has a lot of trouble clearing until about level 9, where he's going to be able to reliably full clear the archers, but even then the front line of creeps might not die to his decoy, and that means that Sayo's going to be able to heal that back up and force them under tower. So Confrey's farm is going to be slowed down a little bit by Sayo, which is unfortunate, but it's fine. You just accept that your farm's going to be lower and hit your late game stride maybe a minute or two later.
Zindan does get his red buff, and he's actually kept some of his jungle, unlike the other game we saw recently. But now, Hovering Death hopped Down on 3 members, stunning them out after the frostbite. The spin to win from Zindern. He's going to get chunked down by the Death Scythe. Pretty Prime rotates round though and makes it a 2-for-1 trade. Now Raph is going to bravely run away as Fexes rotates in to keep them busy, but he could get caught out of positions. Kanye comes from the other side.
Yeah, Fexy's about to be in a bit of trouble. He does have Recall Demons if he needs it to double his protections. But it looks like he's... Oh, there's the taunt. Will drop the card. Recall Demons. He's going to try for it, but I don't think he has enough damage at this point. Just a little bit too late. Gets taken down. And while it was a nice first blood for Walk It Off, they gave up 3 kills in response, and they're also going to give up mid camps.
Mid camps, yeah, mid camps as well, going to go over, and this was good from Agilitas. They're trying to deal with the issue of the early aggression from Walk It Off, and they've dealt with it really well, honestly, overall. Now Thor's got his ult available. He's going to look for Sayo in this right-hand lane. No ward available, but Sayo has an understanding. He's trying to recall. He's got no mana. The double tap lands the wall straight after, and Godfrey comes in with the assassinate, but he got tower aggro. Oh, no, that's disappointing.
It is disappointing, but it's... Oh, no, it actually is an assist for Sayo, so in the end, Confrey will go down. It's not a true 1-for-1, but Sayo gets the very rare unshared assist, which is actually worth a lot of gold. It's not a kill, but it's pretty close. Ataraxi is going to take a lot of damage, will be able to ult out. Good timing there. Unfortunately, Tusky was used.
Yeah, he knew he was going to go down there. So I think they're just looking for the burst with Tusky there more than anything else to bring him down beforehand. But they don't make it happen. Blue buff spawns on the left-hand side now, and Frezzy and Moex considering going aggressive on it. Changing the mind, though, going back to their own blue for the time being. But it's 1-4 now to Agilitas, and they've made good early stages of dealing with the pressure that Walk It Off have. I hope Walk It Off have something else left in the tank to throw at them.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be tough, right? They just haven't really been able to find anything. It's unfortunate that Sayo wasn't really able to get an auto attack off onto Confrey and maybe, you know, tag him so he could actually get the kill there. But, you know, like I was saying, unshared assists aren't that bad compared to kills. It's something like 350 gold versus 200, which is pretty good still. So at least he's able to get something, unlike really the rest of the plays that have come out from Walking Off, where Agilitas is looking very good, and hey, I guess it really is going to be 2-1 the dream.
Raph is going to drop the blue buff down for Sayo in this solo lane, so he'll be able to go back and pick that one up. You can see Zindern rotating over for his speed buff and his blue, which hasn't been invaded this time round, which is the first time we've seen Walk It Off not go aggressive on this buff respawn. I guess they realise the position they're in. Need to be a little bit more careful. Zindern actually going to rotate middle lane here, and Fexes could be caught out if that meatball connected, but quick stun, but the wall lands, and now he's surrounded by 4 members. This is very aggressive. Hovering Death down, and that's big. He's going to get a scythe as well, and the trade was great from Walk It Off, and Fexes being out of position. Backfire's not going to land either, and Raph is trying to clean up still. Not going to find any more from it, but it was a good kill.
I mean, that's the big thing about Zhang Kuei. Yeah, you can gank him, and he doesn't really have an escape, but he's so good at turning them around. In the right-hand lane, Ra's going to try a snipe onto Confrey. Would have hit, but Assassinate used defensively. Raffer on the left-hand side doesn't find the Death Scythe, and you really need that one, but Defender Olympus coming through, and that's going to be a Yumi ult to zone him out. But the 4 and Fex is coming back in. This could be a kill. Bomb to peel out.
Thor's down!
But Thor comes down and finds a double. Beautiful play from Zindern, and now looking for a little bit more as Moex is able...
Well, he's going down for Thanatos on the backside. Going to try and trade with him. Atraxia is still chasing him. Moex, though, could be in trouble. So beautiful connection with Atraxia. And now Moex running for his life. Gets hit by the taunt. Zindern's there again. Spin to win. Can't kill Prime. Killing spree for Zindern after the start he had when he was put behind. Fantastic for Agilitas.
And you know what? The first game, Agilitas' first loss, they got Thanatos. And they're saying, not again. Not this time. We're going to deal with you. We're going to disengage, then re-engage. Use our very powerful global tools and semi-global tools, because let's be honest, Thor, obviously a semi-global ultimate because you move across a large distance, but Vulcan's kind of is too. It goes over multiple walls. It's definitely much longer than most snipes like Searing Pain or Spirit's Tempest. So, and we saw the double First Blood return kill from Pretty Prime, right? Off of that ultimate. He's been playing very well this game and is showing us exactly why he is one of the premier Vulcan players in the world.
Frezzy Belvixen has to blink away there, away from the Apollo that was rotating around as well. So 8-2. Mid-camp's going to be down for a little while. They just got dropped. Gold is even right now. Experience is in favor of Agilitas. So at the moment, oh, Loki looking for a bit of invade on Rafa here, but there's a ward to keep vision of this one.
Yeah, now Rafa is just going to be able to clear his red buff nice and easy. Does a very quick clear, which is a nice advantage, whereas Thor, a little bit slower. but is clearing just fine as well, and able to get a lot out of those engagements. Pretty prime though, in the middle lane is really doing well this game, really carrying his weight,
Yeah.
and Fexes, well, he's been able to make stuff happen with Zhonghui. Zhonghui isn't really a playmaking character. You come in and you do exactly what everyone expects you to do. Pop some ghosts, throw out a lot of skill shots, and you can't really make stuff happen in the same way that Vulcan can.
That's true, but with what he's doing, he's putting himself on the front line and allowing Thanatos to come down and try and make the plays. And that's why both the kills at the moment are onto Rafa. So at least Thanatos isn't in a terrible position in the jungle right now. But Zindan's definitely ahead thanks to all the cleanup crew he's been able to make for his team. Looks like he's doing right.
You know, I want to mention that it's not a terrible position for a jungler, but for a Thanatos, it might just be. I mean, the question is he far enough ahead? And Fexus is certainly going to be in a lot of trouble here, taking great damage from the Berserker Barrage. Just one more hit. Vulcan passive is not strong enough, but the Earthbreaker will be.
Nicely positioned and hovering death down onto Zindan. Sorry, Earthshaker. They're going to find that one. And now you're going to see Athena ulting in as well as Apollo trying to dunk down onto Thanatos. Ataraxi's going to be careful here, but the blink from Frizzy going to get him in a bit of a bad spot. He took a lot of damage from the backfire from Prime there. And now they're going to be able to siege onto the Gore Fury, I feel, after that rotation. Nicely done from Agilitas, extending the lead further as Loki transitions to mid.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing about that Ymir ultimate. It's very strong. It does a lot of damage. It slows people. It's a great zoning tool, but you don't gain protections. You just have to rely on your good base stats. But hold on, Moex is going to go in here. He can't get the gold for you, but can he get a turnaround kill? Thor's in the area too, but that wall's not going to be great. And Sayo's going to find the snipe through the wall. Beautiful play there.
And they find more.
Confrey doesn't find the auto tech he needs at first, and
Rafa finds one.
Ataraxi in the back. He's looking for a second one. Kanye Life is going to try and get out here and will be able to return under tower. Sayo can make it happen in the middle lane. Fexus is here as well, returning from the base. Could die potentially with the recall damage instead. That's actually
Prime was farming.
Wrapper on the other side. Nice Aegis and
Prime was farming.
Confrey's going to fall too. He tried to help, and in the end, he just gave another kill over to walk it off. That's a lot of kills. It's a lot of experience. It fully recovers the Gold Fury and ties up the game.
We're even right now as to walk it off, try and siege down middle lane, looking for this tier 2 tower. Thor's going to the sky. That should be a disengage. The 3-man taunt was good. The dunk down's not going to find Mo. He's going to find Mox, but not stun him out. But Zindan gets out Sayo. And now Fexa's trying to run away. Rafa with a lot of damage onto Zindan. And with the disengage, it was a 1-for-1 trade. And we're still even now.
Yeah, and you know, something that we have to mention is the way that Walk It Off was playing. They were getting really good objectives, and they were getting a lot of kills. It was 8-2. But they weren't up as far ahead as they should be. Like, 8-2 sounds like it's a really substantial gold lead, but they had maybe 1,000. Experience is much bigger. It is roughly even now 500 experience in favor to Agilitas, and they were up about 3,000, maybe 4,000 once the Gold Fury died. But really good farming and really good picking up of that gold, being in the right place from Walk It Off, kept them in this game and allowed them to turn it around.
Right now it's anyone's game, even though he's 7-11. Gold Fury down. Expect to just see plays coming out for the next few minutes. With the middle camps being down, expect to return to farming for now, as both junglers will probably return to the jungle to soak up these buffs that are just respawning now.
Yeah, on the left-hand side, Walk It Off definitely turned around the game with that Gold Fury fight, or at the very least came back. It's sad Frezzy hasn't been having the best time this game. He's a little bit squishy. Did just finish those Midas boots, but is behind an entire defensive item because he had to spend about 600 gold on that blink to really be effective. And
never mind. Got excited for Sayo for a minute. He took a little bit too much poke damage in that lane. I was like, ooh, has he got the assassinate available from Loki? But not used there for now.
And Breastplate of Valor, right? I mean, it's going to make it relatively hard for Loki to kill Sayo, especially because doesn't have Warrior Tabi done. No pen against a Ra that has fairly high physical defense, 78. It's gonna take a lot.
I mean, this is looking like a crazy close match right now as this one's playing out. It's very important to both these teams, honestly. If Walk It Off win this one, they just need to win one. Blink on left-hand side from Frezzy, though. They're looking for Kanye Life. That's going to be the focus. The scythe hits from hi-rez, and the ultimate being channeled by Kanye is very smart if he can get it off, and he does do just in time. Hovering Death does connect, but not enough to kill him. Was not in execute range, and so a few ultimates burned for just the one of Athena there.
Yeah, I like the attempt to get that kill with the Hovering Death, but his team just didn't find the burst in time, and Raffer wasn't able to secure it. Still, good idea overall and worth a shot, worth that ultimate, especially as he is sitting on that Jotun. So he's going to have around a 60-second cooldown on his ultimate. But now Fex is in the middle lane, is very obviously being pressured by Agilitas, will be stunned out, takes only a single hit from the hammer, and nothing's going to happen there.
I mean, the biggest thing you can see on the map right now is the fact that Artemis is a little bit behind in terms of stacking. Not got the Devourer's Gauntlets online just yet. You can see Apollo does have them online as well as Boots in this matchup. So he's going to be having a bit of a better time as we transition to the mid game in the next fight for the Gold Fury. We need Moex to start stacking sooner rather than later, I feel here, Krat.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely do. And Moex is got enough golden hand to recall and get those Devo gauntlets. He's going to be doing that now. The question, and it should be a safe time to recall. There's no really buffs available to invade or contest on the left-hand side of the map. Mid camp's coming up. It's not a huge amount, and you can give that up certainly as compared to a Gold Fury or even a Speed or a blue buff. But that's going to be a 1-for-1 trade on the actual Harpies on the right-hand side. Thor's up in the air, and he's going to look to make something happen.
Two fights breaking out across the map right now. We've got make crazy fights over the Gold Fury now. Kanye hovering death going to come down onto him. As you can see, Moex rotating with the ball's going to keep him pinned up. That's going to secure one. Nice damage from Prime on the backside. Doesn't really find enough though. And now the one thing to note, Kanye did use Hog 3 there, but also going down means Gold Fury is available right now as it respawns for Walk It Off to try and take uncontested.
Yeah, it is going to be respawning soon, but the question is just how soon, as that one bar can last up to 40 seconds if you catch it right when it's about to be, or right when it switches from 2 to 1. The other thing is Zinder did go up in the air there. He didn't come down across the lane. He actually returned to the right camp, didn't think his team was going to fight, and then they did. Sayo is here. He's got sustain, and Recall Demon's on the Zinder. He's about to die.
A lot of damage. Holy moly, the Scythe came out in the end by Rafa to secure that one, and now Gold Fury is available. Athena is back online though, doesn't have ultimate available right now. The one good thing coming out of it is Confrey is doing a great job of pushing in middle lane to keep them busy and keeping that tower pressure on, and Walk It Off don't feel like they can fight this Gold Fury right now.
Yeah, they're respecting the level 15 Loki with his ultimate available, but perhaps not enough is Loki's really good at killing Gold Furies as well. He's got back tabs. They do 120% damage on every hit, and that Gold Fury will die in 10 seconds.
Great call from Agilitas. They're seeing the backing coming out from Walk It Off. Abuse the situation, pick it up, and even though they lost a couple of kills on that engagement coming out with the Gold Fury, definitely worked out for them. I mean, they've got a gold lead of 1500, now experience 800, so it's still a very close game at 15 minutes in. I feel like one big team fight could just swing this game completely.
I mean, the other thing to mention is that I think Walk It Off kind of just gave up that Gold Fury for free. They didn't really need to back. It didn't seem like there was anyone who was like super low on health. There were some people a little bit low on mana, but they had a Ra who was doing okay. Sayo actually didn't back.
Going up.
He's a little bit low. Yeah, Thor's looking for the left-hand lane, and Frezzy or Moex, it looks like Frezzy is the only viable target to turn on here, but a great wall. Trap is going to slow people down, and now Zinder could be turned on Hovering Death in the area, but it might not even get there in time.
He's not going to need
Apollo is going to go up. No, he's not. Going to get taken down. Hovering Death, once again, not getting there in time, but Raptor should get an assist for being in the area at the very least.
That should do for the time being. Now they're going to look to pressure left-hand side. Loki being zoned out by Sayo to an extent on this side right now. So Loki going to recall back to base here as they look to pressure tier 1 tower. We'll give him a little bit of gold. Kanye's not finished though. He doesn't get a taunt off. The Frost was good from Frezzy. And now Rafa tries to zone out Prime some more. Frezzy tanking up this tower as Moex pokes it down. Fex is on the backside, gets a good exorcism off on Prime. And that's going to lower his HP bars down a little bit more again. As the tier 1 tower does drop down, it's a little bit of gold and a little bit of map presence.
Kanye Life wants to fight, and he's going to find a taunt on Effexis. Will be able to use that exorcism to heal up just a little bit. Confrey does show up, and Walking Off knows that they need to get out. They can't give up Gold Fury for doing this, and Apollo is ulting because he thought his team was going to force this fight. Speaking of things people did because they thought something was going to happen, that Earthshaker from Vulcan looked really bad. It wasn't his fault. It was actually just a really good from freeze from Frezzy interrupting the taunt.
He's looking for Sayo.
Looking for Sayo.
Gonna find it, dunks down, and there's the combo from Athena as well, even with the beads. Can he get away? That's the question. He can't because a hovering death, holy moly, that came out, and then an exorcism from Fexes cleans up too, and the turnaround from Walking Off. They're chasing on. Prime is low. Frezzy's looking for something, but Confrey on the backside gets stopped by the ages of Ratha, and now with Moex there, Confrey's gonna run for his life. The ball comes out. Fexes finds another kill, and Walking Off clean up huge there.
And that was such a big cleanup. Sayo somehow did not get hit by that Loki ultimate, and it saved his life and allowed his team to turn it around so hard. The snipe from Sayo coming in at the end or in the middle of that engagement was super huge as well. Without that snipe, Walk It Off likely wouldn't have gotten as much as they did. So Sayo's not death was just super critical there, allowed the turnaround. Now Agilitas, if anything, have got to be demoralized as they're suddenly down 3,000 gold.
Suddenly down 3,000 gold indeed, and now they're just going to back away. Mox needs to be careful there. He's kind of lazy backing. He could get caught out. Going to get hit by a taunt. Only Rafa in the area to protect him. The whole team of Agilitas swarming around. Good scythe, but Zindan's still chasing. Going to find the wall on Moex. Moex has to use his sprint now. Are they going to continue the chase? They are. You know, Zindan's going up. Is he going to be able to find it? That's the question. Will he be able to dunk on him? The juke from Moex is good to slow him down. The slow's good, but the spin to win still coming out. And there's the hovering death from Rafa, keeping Kanye pinned, and taunt not going to connect. Scythe does connect, and now Fex is back once again. The Ghosts are on. Here we go. As Apollo tries to take out of there as quick as possible, the Ghost going to chase him all the way back to base. Look at that Ghost in the sky. Is going to be able to kill him? I'm not sure. No, not for now.
Wow, that was very, very close, but hold on. Frezzy's taking a lot of damage. That
Frezzy.
wall is going to catch him out, but Athena lands in the damage from the Ymir ultimate. Loki will ult on the Sayo, but Sayo already in beads, will not be slowed down by it at all. Magma Bomb not quite doing enough damage there. Pretty Prime nearly securing that kill, but hold on. Thanatos and Artemis, they're looking for more. The slow from Suppress the Insolent. Zinner's not going to find the wall that he needs.
Going.
Iraffer doesn't have his ultimate, but he will find
trap.
Pretty Prime. Nice use of Aegis, but this is still going to be a death. Pretty much guaranteed. There it is, going to Sayo. Apollo spotted out in the jungle on a ward. But Walking Off is going to keep pushing.
They're going to look to push on, and you can see Confrey is low on this side as well. With Sayo have the sustain. Ataraxia going to take a lot of poke. That wall zoned him off from where he wanted to go. They're diving in here. Atraxia has to pop sprint. The snipe's not going to connect from Sayo. He's tanking up the tower, and now Kanye's here, but Zindan goes up again. He's going to dunk down. Not going to connect, though. On the backside, hovering death down once more onto Zindan. This time, though, he ages it. It's still going to drop to Moex, and now with the sustain from Ra, they're going to bring down the tier 2 before choosing what's the next objective.
And it seems like every team fight, the same thing happens. Zindern comes down from his Anvil of Dawn, gets an okay stun, or it's well positioned but doesn't quite connect and allows him to still get some damage off. And then Raffer comes down dead on, and he's like, let me show you how you use the semi-global ultimate. Now Raffer's going to try and zone out Confrey. Confrey does not have a Hog 3, but he's still going to try and do something here. Will not work out for him. And with his invisibility down, Confrey actually could get caught here. That decoy will block out the Death Scythe and likely will save his life. Just going to secure that blue, and now Agilitas has a few moments while Walk It Off recall to push up every lane as hard as they can and clear their jungle of buffs. That said, the red buff not spawning for a minute. They're going to actually try for the Gold Fury. They should have time to do this.
They do have time to do this. Only Fex says really in the area. He's going to recall. Yeah, they're going to get Gold Fury for free here. And considering that this was 8-2 in favor of Agilitas early on in this game, the comeback from Walk It Off to make this gold lead is going to be less than 6,000 now, as we see on the screen, because the Gold Fury is going to drop. It's going to go to 4.5k gold lead, but 10,000 experience is really paying off for Walk It Off. They're doing very well in these team fights.
Yeah, they really... Once again, Sayo always has that combat blink. I love that he... First of all, I love that he has a personal flair of always having combat blink, but I also love the way that he uses it. He's just like, this is a utility spell. I don't really need a second active. Granted, I wouldn't mind seeing a Heavenly Agility for his team, but that's beside the point. He's like, I can use it to get kills that I wouldn't otherwise get, or I can use it to stay alive where I wouldn't otherwise. But this is a really good game.
It really is.
For Walk It Off.
It's a good game for both the teams. Honestly, both the teams have played really well so far. Like, we saw Walk It Off's aggression in the early games, and Agilitas dealt with that well. But now the team fight stages, Freshly going aggressive, going to find Zindan. Zindan has to use beads and the hammer to get out. Wall's going to zone him off, hovering death in the sky. Who's he looking for? Who's he looking for? Who's he looking for? He's Zindan on the back. He's going to find it, but the taunt comes out, and Zindan's going to get in a bit of trouble, but back away for now as they zone him out and take down that tier 2 tower. Now they're looking for the Phoenix. Zindan has to go back to base. Prime's around the outside. He's going to use that ultimate. Spin soon. Maybe he can get a lot of damage off and force an engage. Here we go, crap.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice taunt on a Mox, but the boar and the beads are used. Zinder comes down to Mox, is absolutely annihilated. Frizzy very low as well, and will die in his ultimate, but the recall demon is coming out. Confrey's going to turn it. Fexus falls, and now Sayo's in a horrible position. Can he turn anything? Gets one, gets two,
Sayo.
Gets three,
Rafa?
dies for it, but
Rafa?
Raffer's going to come back in. Aegis from Prime could be enough, but it will...
Oh,
it's not gonna be enough. Now
he won!
He won! Beautiful play! Late game Thanatos.
Late
Apparently a
game
thing.
Thanatos continues to strive on. It was all about missing that wall. Honestly, if he got hit by that wall by Zindan, he was dead. Dead to rights. Instead, he's gonna get the Phoenix. Is he gonna try and solo end? Are you crazy, Rafa? Calm down, Sunshine. You can't do this solo, surely. Surely. I mean, I know there's a long respawn, but you're not got enough minions. You're just gonna hog it, do some damage, walk away again. Rafa with a big play there. Sayo with the bigger one of the two, let's be honest. He just brought down 3 members solo before Rafa could really clean up the rest.
Yeah, I mean, that was unbelievable. Late game Thanatos. Everyone says it falls off, but there's definitely stuff in his kit to make plays happen. He does have a health reset when he kills gods, and that was very, very important there. Able to turn around, get that deicide by himself, and now his reward... It's not a Phoenix, he's a jungler. It's going to be the enemy's speed buff. Taking that away from Zindern might not be the most efficient thing. I mean, it's still good. Might not be the best use of his time, but it feels good just to have that speed buff when you're the jungler,
Yeah,
especially when it's theirs.
So right now it's 21-15. Zindan contested his mid camps. Could get caught out here actually. The hammer through the wall is going to save his life just in time, but he was forced to use beads there as well. So that's going to be on cooldown for a few more seconds. Obviously the cooldown 90 seconds. So with the Phoenix on the left hand side being down, only 2 Phoenixes remain. Fire Giant due up again soon, Kret. What would you do as Agilitas here?
You have Loki split push left, and you have 4 people to try and defend the Fire Giant. With their semi-global and global ultimates, they could make it happen if they use Defender of Olympus onto Zindern's Thor at the perfect time. They land an Earthshaker, and Earthshaker, and they come down perfectly with that the across the sky. That said, it's not looking good, and Kanye is going to get initiated on. But it's also an Athena being initiated on. Beautiful Earthshaker, and that could actually turn the fight. That's exactly what I'm talking about, but Rapper's up in the air. Can he land the hit that he needs? Not going to be able to keep Sai alive. Now Frezzy's going to go down as well.
Agilitas are back in this!
Trouble. Vex he's in the backline. He's got ghosts everywhere, but he's not going to find enough damage, and Rapper's doing Confrey. Assassin versus Assassin.
And he's
going to be able to get the kill, but Vex goes down as well. And Rapper once again makes a nice play.
No, he's not going to get out this time. Or is he? He was trying to chunk down Zindan, not going to fight it. Fire Giant coming up as well, Kret. Like, this is the opportunity Agilitas needed. You were just talking about it. Those semi-global ultimates paying dividends for them there. Are they going to push down mid while they wait for the Fire Giant to spawn? I think they can. But have they got the HP bars to really do Fire Giant here? That's the big issue. I don't think they do.
Yeah, you know, they probably don't. So it's probably just take 2 towers. They might give it a shot, but they'll be able to know very quickly if this can happen. The problem is if Frezzy can get into position quick enough, he can actually go in, stop it from resetting, and him and Artemis can finish this.
Atraxi is still trying to tank this up. Like, Atraxi can lifesteal this up. Zindan doesn't have the lifesteals to sustain. He's taking a lot of damage from the lava on the ground, and now the team are rotating over. Zindan has to get out. Atraxi's still taking up Prime's here to take over now. No, they're going to back away from this one. But with them hanging around so long, they've got wards to see them back in here. And Frezzy's going to go aggressive. He's going to look for Kanye. He's going to find the damage not enough. But there is Moex to clean it up. This decision was not a good one overall. And now it looks like they're going to be able to get... What can I going to get the Fire Giant now because they've not got the Hog 3 available. Comfrey doesn't have one. Neither does Zindan right now. So right now this is going to be a free Fire Giant for Walk It Off and a misplay from Agilitas at a critical stage.
Yeah, and honestly, it's just Zindern does just buy Hog 3. He's not going to get here in time. No way. Pretty Prime might be able to do something with the Earthshaker. He's going to do a lot of damage for sure, but it's a little bit too late. Look at what just happened to Frezzy's health, but now Pretty Prime has to run for his life. He's going to get combat blinked on by Sayo. It won't slow him too much because of Heavenly Agility, but the snipe's going to get action. Sayo makes the play he needs. Thor's up in the air. Can he make anything happen? No, that global ultimate or semi-global is down as well. And now it's just Loki and Athena trying to stop the game from ending. Frezzy is a little bit low, but can they make the play happen? Loki's coming in. He's going to be looking for a target 2-man taunt, but Loki going to get assassinated by Rapper, or at least try. It doesn't matter whether or not he gets his kill. Loki isn't killing Artemis. That's what matters. And Kanye goes down.
Kanye does go down, as does the Phoenix. Left-hand side one does respawn, but the HP bar's looking pretty good from Walk It Off. Are they going to be able to go 3-0 in week 1? They're going to heal up with Sayo right now, as Atraxia has to retreat back to the base after eating an exorcism. They're not going to try and end. They're going to rotate for the middle Phoenix right now. Maybe the left one should be the priority. Let's be honest, the wall comes out from Frezzy. He's healed up nicely thanks to Sayo once again. That Phoenix taking a long time to bring down, let's be honest. They're going to rotate for left-hand side. It is the weaker of the two. It won't take that long. That's going to go down. 2 Phoenixes down, as now there's 4 members alive as Frezzy blinks in. The big frost. The snipe doesn't connect, and Frezzy getting low, but a good wall.
Yeah, and that's going to be a nice Fist of the Gods to confirm that kill. The wall from Zindern was an attempt to somehow save his life. He was dead. The wall did confirm his death, but hold on a second. Thor's going to land, but he's just going to land on Ymir. Ultimate doesn't do too much damage to him, but Zindern's still taking a lot and will be very low. Gets walled off by Frezzy, but not going to die. Iraffer in the mix, not able to find a kill either, and it looks like this mid Phoenix will remain up. Something important to note is that when Walkadoff went to go kill the mid Phoenix, it aggroed onto Moex. Just because he walked in there first or something else a little bit weird happened, and either way, that cost them the Phoenix, but only for a little bit. Raffer finds Cinder, and Kanye is dead, or will be dead soon.
And now we're going to see Apollo come in.
To
Apollo going to dunk down the backside, trying to buy time. I'm guessing he's not going to be able to hurt right now. Uses the mez, retreats back to base with the sprint. Wall's going to slow him down. Titans under pressure. Walk it off, looking like they're going to go 3-0 in the first week of the round robin stages. Agilitas are going to fall 1-2 here overall, with an absolutely crazy back and forth game right from the outset.
Yeah, Raffer just played so well all throughout today, but the biggest play was, of course, that late game Thanatos deicide finding the 1v2 under Phoenix while tanking the Phoenix. The outplay was so incredibly real, and it was so close, but the healing in the end from the Thanatos passive was just enough. And, you know, another thing important to mention, once again, with the gold curve, there was an early kill lead on to Agilitas. They were 8-2. But they weren't up a substantial amount of gold, only kills. And that really came back to bite them when suddenly Walkadoff recovered, and suddenly they were even in experience and ahead in gold.
So that's the end of Walk It Off today. They're going to go on 3-0 in the group. It's the last game we're going to see of Agilitas today. They will be back in a few weeks' time as well to see them once again face off. But now we're going to have Heroes and Zeros versus Exposed Secrets. Heroes and Zeros 0-2. Exposed Secrets, I believe, 1-1 right now. So Exposed Secrets have the potential to go 2-1 and take second place in the group stage, in the round robin stages at the moment. However, it's the battle of the DQs here, let's be honest. Yeah. And let's hope we just have a TKO and not a DQ again. We'll be right back, though, as soon as the games and the teams are ready.